Hi, my name is Moriah Sittner, and I play Brynn on Metanoia. Brynn, she is a very strong-willed girl. She's really confident in herself. She really knows who she is and what she wants, and I think that's really admirable about her. She knows who she is, but people struggle with that. So like with her mother, she has a lot of conflicts with her mother because she wants to be able to show her mother this part of herself. She wants to be able to be herself with Emma. But then she also gets to meet people who embrace that. When she meets Amber, they get along really well. Brynn was much closer with her father. She probably came out in maybe like the middle of her high school years. It was probably not something that she was willing to have a discussion about. It was probably just like, I'm gonna sit you down and be like, this is who I am, sorry if you don't like it. And I think her dad was a little bit quicker to be like, okay, yeah, sure, you're still my daughter. I think her mom really wanted to be able to be there for her daughter, but there was just cultural, societal things holding her back. So when we meet Brynn's mom, that's when Brynn's father has passed, and now that support system that Brynn had through her father is no longer there, and her mom wants to be that, but she just doesn't know how. So we see her mom trying to reach out, but Brynn is still very much like I know where this is going. You don't really care, even though she does, but she just doesn't know how to express it. But then in the end, we do see that her mom just doesn't understand, and Brynn, not really listening to her mom before, is now like, okay, I see that. I see that you actually do want to reach out, and I can show you how to. Yes! Okay, I had come straight off of doing a play at school. I initially read for Riley's part of Amber, and I remember like even when I read it, I was like, this doesn't sit with me very well. Not because I don't like the character, but I just couldn't embody it. It just didn't work. I was so ready to be like, I'm just gonna go now. And then Gabby's like, can you actually read for Brynn? So I came back in and I read for her. And Gabby later told me, was like, yeah, that's exactly what it was supposed to be from the beginning. And I was like, okay, but it was really fun. I had such a good time at it. Makeup to me was very important to Brynn's story. I actually did my own makeup for the first episode. And then in the second episode, we had a makeup artist, but I really missed doing Brynn's makeup. So for the next 2 episodes, I went to Gabby. I was like, can I do my own makeup? Because 1, I am a makeup artist. 2, I really wanted to do it myself because it really helped me get into the headspace of Brynn. Because for me, that was such a big deal to be super hands-on and physically transport myself into Brynn. So in the first episode, we have her traditional smoky, kind of gothy, but a little bit of red. That's kind of her starting place. In the second episode, it does get a lot more colorful. It's a little bit more out there. How that goes into her story is she's really taking Emma out of her comfort zone. She's taking her to these parties. Emma's also not quite sure like where she belongs. That episode is like us kind of starting to figure out who we are. And the third episode, Brynn is going through it, man. Like she is not having a good time. So I was like, oh, I want to make it super messy. Makeup's the last thing she wants to worry about right now, and it's just kind of like throwing it on her face, and it's like, okay, I did it, moving on. And then in the last episode, I started getting a lot into graphics and white liner and gems and stuff like that, and I wanted it to be like, okay, she's in a fairly stable place, she can add color again, she can add sparkle, and she can really express herself the way that she wants to. She feels confident and comfortable enough to. I think my favorite look is probably the final dance performance. I had a double wing and I put some rhinestones on to make it sparkly, and that to me was just like a nice closure to Brynn, to be like, she's back! This is the Brynn that we met in the first episode. I also am a freelance makeup artist. I'm also a commissioned artist. I do a lot of fine arts, so like painting and drawing. And I'm also a dancer. I've been dancing ballet for 10 plus years.